So do you come up here for inspiration to adapt it to Iberica, the Southern Europe parts?
I think we did both over time. So I get inspiration on what they bring as innovation, because Norway also still keeps bringing some innovation. Now less than in a few years back, right? Because they are not maybe the most fastest growing, but also bringing learnings from the south of Europe into Norway, because also there the developments are happening.
Yeah, and big changes happening in Portugal as well with the MOBI changing. So
correct.
Can you talk a bit about what's happening?
Yes, you know, that's a big news.
Yeah.
You know, there's a clear transition period until December 31st. So announced by the government that they will finish this model and convert to the European model, more focused with AFIR regulation and ad hoc regulation. So the MOBI.E as a concept, as an integrated governmental system, will stop in 8 months from now. And so today it's already possible to install chargers in a traditional European CPO method, as the CPO owning the chargers, the complete transaction with the EV driver, with the full charger, energy and so on. That up to a few months back, it was not like that. There was the split CPO MSP side.
Right.
And so this is bringing investment there and more traction in the Southern Europe.
Definitely see things taking shape. What about like batteries as well? Do you see that there's an adaptation in batteries on the ground? Is it needed even, or would you say it's going to be delayed a bit? Or
no, it's so we had, in Spain was a bit faster than Portugal. Portugal had a legal boundary that didn't allow batteries to be integrated, and that was a blocking point. So that was a massive blocking point. Now this new transition system also allows that, and this will be fundamental, because Portugal has, you know, already a 60 to 70% renewable energy production. Days in the year that we are 100%, and days in the year that energy is negative. Why? Because there's too much sun, there's too much rain. It's not just sun. We have wind, sun, and we have hydro. So we also have, with the floods that we had free energy for quite some days. So the battery will now be possible by end of this year, and it's definitely an ecosystem. Our grid is not as bad as Dutch grid, that is in the red light, but it's still a grid that needs this, and not every point you can get the capacity to provide the right charging.
And what about like issues like a subject like peak shaving, for instance, as well? Is that something you see as well, that they get into, want to optimize the charging to cope with the grid, or is that something the CPOs there are talking about? Or?
So far we had an issue, that is, you know, the peak shaving was not traditionally looked at, but is a problem, you know, because as the grid was established, things were not measured in a way that in other countries, but more and more yes, and more also the peak pricing, right? So the country, by transitioning, they have that, you know. So again, batteries will bring a big impact, because you can charge them overnight at a very special pricing, so that then you can, through the day, on the peak sides of the day, you can really make it more smooth to anybody doing business, you know, on charging and other energy businesses related, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've known you for some years now, and it's great that we have that share. It goes both ways, right? You share what you guys are doing there to the markets up here, and vice versa. We learn from each other.
Exactly.
To go into an exciting future. Thank you, Manuel, for coming and talk to me.
My pleasure.
And have a good fair the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.